Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Real Zoo, where today we are building the rhinoceros habitat at the Cleveland Zoo. So this is actually a new habitat that they just, I guess, finished not too long ago. I believe this year in June of 2020. So it's not really open to the public yet. I believe it's via appointment only. So I don't really have many pictures based off of. I have this one right here with the little shade area with the one rhino chilling. So that's what I'm trying to do right here, is build the little back wall area. And I kind of just made it my little own because I couldn't find like ropes or anything straight that I wanted along that back fence. So I went with this and I thought that was a cute little touch. And then this is the other photo that I had, and it's really just the layout of the habitat, and that was basically it. I did find a news article of like a video of the habitat when they were like opening it up for the first time. Basically the same shot from that first photo with the one rhino hanging out in that one little area. So that was basically all that I had to base things off of. So it's really gonna be my own little interpretation of this little habitat. And I think it turned out okay. It is rather large. I might go in and bring the back of this first area like forward a little bit because it is kind of big in comparison to like the rest of the habitat. But so I did notice there was kind of a little raised path area on this little side of the habitat. So I wanted to try and keep that in here and build my own little fence because I like building fences, like if I can make them look right. Yeah, this one's okay. I don't think it looks too bad. But so I did build this, and I do rearrange this little path area. I have it end up going more into the habitat, not too much, but just a little bit. I have it placed in there. Not too happy with how this turned out. You'll see later on, or you might have seen in the thumbnail, the roof was, I don't know, it was like a disaster to me. I did not like putting this roof together. I was really not happy with how it turned out. I mean, from far away it looks fine, I guess, and I guess just because I made it, I can see all the imperfections, but it just, wasn't too thrilled. So this little area is where I'm just gonna put like the transformer and the little water whatnot thingy. So that's what will go behind those little wooden fences there. This little trim on the top of this wall, I thought it was a nice little touch. So in this corner, there wasn't really anything from what I could see in the pictures. There wasn't really anything in this little corner here. So I decided to add a little pond. So I didn't realize that the rhinos in the game actually like to swim. So this pond is really small and I've got 5 rhinos in there. And so like when all 5 of the rhinos try and go into this little pond, it's kind of funny because they just cram in there. So on the other side, I'll give them a bigger space. And I always forget when I'm working with water that if there's a animal near the, like where you're trying to place the water, you can't place it. Like it won't let you place the water. So I always forget and I get so frustrated. I'm like, why can't I place this water? Like I know it fits right there. So then you have to just move the animal and then it's fine and dandy and you're all good. So here I'm just kind of placing some rocks around. I really like placing rocks. I think it makes things look rather nice once you're all done with them and place them all nicely here. Again, this habitat, there wasn't really much going for it. It was kind of, I don't want to say boring. I don't want to bash on it because it is a new habitat at the zoo, but it was kind of bland. There wasn't really much excitingness to it. So I added this little pond. I thought that was a nice little visual touch there. And I really like adding those little plants underneath. I saw one YouTuber do it. I can't remember who, but they like added it for like, you know, like algae, seaweed and whatnot. And I thought it was a nice little touch. So here I am adding the little lifted viewing platform, I guess, that goes into the habitat. Not much, just a little bit. And I didn't like the way it was like cement the way it's cemented around there. So I do change the color of the path because that actually changes like the curb, I guess it is. That changes the color of the curb and it's more of a wood color. I wish I was more, I don't know, articulate. I don't know. I wish I placed them better because then that would have helped me a lot whenever I was trying to put the roof. But here I am trying to find the different paths to make it more wood. And I don't like how when you have the raised path, it still has that layer of cement underneath it. And it's like, you can't really hide that. There's nothing you can do to hide that little spot. So I tried to put some more rocks around to kind of cover it up a little bit, but it was hard to cover. You couldn't really cover it up. It was kind of the look of like a little docker up here that's like going over the water a little bit. So that's what that is. We're just kind of tweaking the fence going around here. And again, I wish I placed it way better. Just better because I was not too happy with this little area. And I might even come in and like fix it up another time because it was interesting. But yeah, so now I'm just kind of working on that little shaded area. Again, there was nothing to it. Just putting, I guess, a little framework here. And I tried to use different colors because in the picture it seemed like they used different woods and whatnot. So that's why I chose this lighter one. And then I do put these, here we go, it just kind of jumped to it. Yeah, so when I first started this video and after recording and putting all of the clips in, it was like 30 minutes. It was like 35 minutes long. So I decided to speed the clips up more, I guess. I did do like 8x speed, but this is actually 13 because the video was just way too long. So I did speed it up more than I usually do just because I didn't want a 30-minute long video. I think this one is still like 20 minutes, which isn't too bad, but that's why it's a little quicker than usual. But even then, I feel like it looks fine. Like it's not too fast. But then again, I'm the one who made it, so I don't know. Maybe it is too fast, and if it is, just let me know. But so yeah. Whenever I work on part 2, I am gonna build kind of like what I did for the giraffes and the zebras and whatnot, a larger indoor like sheltered area. So I will build that on the other side. And so that'll be, I think, a little more entertaining to watch. So this is mostly just placing rocks around here and there. And I mean, that was basically it. To make it look a little more full was just throw rocks here and there so it doesn't look too empty. And then I put little trees back here to make it look like they kind of like ran into these trees and that's why they fell over. But it was just those 3. Maybe I'll add a few more to make it look more full. Because I think it just looks too bare. Like there's not much to it. It's just kind of there. Just some rocks. So I think I will go in and maybe tweak it up a little bit. Because I wanted to make it like the new one. But it's just, I don't know. It just seems too empty to me. So yeah, I think I might go in and maybe add a few more trees to the back. And I think I did make it a little too big. If it wasn't so big, I think it would look more full than what it is. So maybe bringing that back fence forward, it will look fuller. I don't know. But see, there's all the rhinos crammed into that small little pond. I didn't realize they actually like to go swimming. So I would have made it bigger. But on the other side, I will make a larger area for them to swim in, so they're not all crammed on the one side. I just thought that was so funny. I didn't realize they needed like a swimming area. Here I'm trying to make this boring fence not so boring by putting the little wood around it. I did see someone else do this too, and I was like, wow, that's kind of clever. So then it doesn't look just like bleh. Look, it's just like a wire fence there. So put some wood on it, and it makes it a little nicer. So that's what we did there. And I know the like posts aren't really even, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. So just making sure we get all the little corners here. And I think I don't really do the whole fence. I think I stop at this little corner. Because, yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing with that other half. Because, again, there weren't really many reference photos for me to look at. So it'll probably just be my own little thing. But here I am trying to make this little gate. Because they do have like a divider between the two habitats. Kind of so like the keepers can let them in on one side or the other. Depending on, I guess, what day it is. But I thought it'd be cool to add that little gate in there. So the gate turned out, I thought it turned out cool-ish enough. I don't know. I thought it was pretty clever. So I just used these little lamp posts and pretend it's like opened gates right here. So, I mean, yeah, it's touching the ground. It wouldn't really close, but I don't think it looks too bad. So that's what I did there. Because if I could see like in the back of one of the pictures where they have just kind of like these poles and then the little gate door that swings open. So that was basically it for that. And then I don't know why I just added a chair there. And this little area was kind of difficult. I do, in the end, make it like a little pond waterfall area. I don't know why. I just came back to it and I decided, you know what? I think a pond little waterfall area would look lovely right there. So that's what I did. And here we are working on this awful, awful roof. I didn't even put the frame because look, you just see how it's just not good. I don't know. But it just didn't turn out right. It's like they're all not the same height and I tried to like get them to be, but they just like weren't. Because I wanted to make it logical because the little top wood pieces would be laying on top of the, you know, the framework. But maybe I guess I probably should have put the darker wood ones, the frame, lower. I don't know, I did something. So it looks really wonky. So I did like, you know, the first layer down here, tried to make it look nice and fine, but then I wanted to cover up the top little imperfections, and it's really the corner pieces that look wonky. But so then I decided, well, I'll just put another little top area on here, and I don't know if that made it better or worse. I'm thinking maybe worse. I liked the idea. I liked what I was going for, but I don't like the end product. Maybe I just didn't do it right and I could have done it better. I don't know. It's okay. Not my best at work. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, I'll definitely come back to this at some point and fix it up because I can do better. I don't know what happened. I mean, it's not bad. Like looking at it from far away, I guess it's not bad. It's when you look up close. It's just like, ooh. Give it a little wonk. A little character. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what else to say about it. It was, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, so then I just made this little education board, and I mean, this one, there wasn't really anything exciting to it. I wanted to stick with the wood that I was using and just kind of go with that. Nothing too fancy. I could probably put some like potted plants to fill up that little area. I do put this little bench and a trash can up there, but I think I could like add a, you know, like potted plants and a few plants here and there just to make it look a little more lived in or whatnot. And maybe some information boards. But I feel like just if I throw those everywhere, it just gets a little weird. But maybe against that wall I can do that. But yeah, so here I'm working on this little waterfall area. And I think it turned out okay. I was having difficulties with it. I cut it out. But like getting that glass barrier to like work with me was awful. It just like wasn't laying right for where I wanted the water to go. And it took way longer than what I have here. I ended up cutting it out because it took so long. And then I was gonna try and make this weird thing in it that just didn't work. So I just went with this and added the little waterfall effects here. I think it looks okay. But I mean, it looks fine. I do add some more rocks here and it covers it a bit, you know, nothing crazy, but I think it turned out okay. And this is not in the actual zoo at all. There was this huge little blank spot, and they do have like a ton of like plants and trees in there, but I thought, why not a waterfall? So that's what I did, and we put this there. I do think I went a little overboard with the plants that I put in the front. You'll see here in a minute. I really like whenever rocks kind of like look like they fell on top of each other like that. So that's what I went for there. And like my new favorite thing for some reason is shoving the bamboo down in the ground, like in the water. So it looks like just like reeds and stuff like popping out of the rocks and through the water. I think it looks pretty cool. And of course more rocks. And here's where I go a little crazy with the ferns. I don't know why. But yeah, so here are the cinematics. I don't know. I like the cinematics. I'm still new to them, so I'm learning a little bit. But here's just the view from the waterfall to the little pond area. And here's an aerial view of the whole thing. And I guess you can see, just enjoy these cinematics. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already, please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on other videos to come. See you all in the next video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.